Well, hello. I don't know if there's anybody out there yet. If there is, please leave me a message to let me know. See if you can hear me. I'm hoping everybody can hear me. Yeah, saying there's nobody here yet. Um, and I'm the only one. And actually, I don't know if I expect more than one or two because this was last minute. I figured I was going to do this a little less than an hour ago. So, but hi, Laverne. How are you? I'm going to show my birthday haul. Today is my birthday. I opened most of this stuff on Sunday. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure uh, that I'm on speaker. Hello, Brandy. Can you hear me okay, everybody? I just want to make sure that I am on everything. Okay, cool. Awesome. So everybody can hear me, I guess. But I'm here to show my birthday haul. Not just a birthday haul. I got a whole bunch of stuff in the mail today, and the audio's fine. Good. Glad to hear that. That makes a big difference. And thank you, Laverne. I'm 47 today. Um, Not like that's any big deal, but when you have a family like mine, birthdays are a big deal. So yeah, because they like to spoil me. But I'm here to show everything I got for my birthday. And like I said, not everything I just got for my birthday, but other things as well. I had some gift cards. I spent those. I'll have another haul later to show the stuff I got. I got an eBay gift card, and I used that for some awesome books, stuff like that. So, yeah. Um, I guess I'm still kind of young. That's fine. But I want to start with the small things that I got. um, I'll start with the small things that I got. The first thing I got, and I'll show you what I'm going to put this on. Hey, thank you, Ian. Nice to see you, buddy. I got this pop socket, I'm about to show you. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you what I got this for. I have one on my phone, as you see here, and it's a science fiction pop socket. It's somebody being um, taken to space. But this is what you usually see us on, is this phone right here. But the reason I got that pop socket was because I got a brand new Nook. It's a Nook, um, let's see, Glow Light 4E, and I'm really happy to have this. I, I thought at first that I wanted a Kindle, and then I started comparing them, and I like this size. Um, And I don't like some of the things that Amazon does with, being I don't know, they're kind of elitist, and I don't like a lot of the stuff they do. So I ended up with this. I ended up with the Nook, and isn't this cool? This little thing. But anyway, the pop socket's going to go back here, so I can just hold it like this and hold it from back here because it's a little bit too wide for my hand. I have small hands, not like Steve Donahue. Steve has these huge hands and he can just hold it just like this and read it, and I can't quite do that. But what I like about this though is you look at this and it's still got the page turning buttons, whereas the Kindle got rid of theirs a long time ago, like many iterations ago. But I thought this was pretty cool. Oh, and if you're wondering where I'm at um, uh, the in-laws house because we are house sitting right now. So yeah, I thought I thought that's pretty cool, to finally get me an e-reader. I have a tablet. Tablet kills my eyes to read on, so I figured something like this would be really cool. So I ended up getting this. I had a gift card. I paid after the gift card. I paid $10 for the reader and 20 for the case because these were on sale for $60, down from 120. So thought that was great. And so I got that. Very excited about that. It's charging right now for the first time. Next thing I got was, man, my father-in-law knows me. He got me this, a huge bookish dragon. It's like a Dungeons and Dragons um, dragon, and if you see, it's reading a book. Isn't that the coolest thing?
Tell them its name.
Oh yeah, its name is Bryant. Bryant the Bookish Dragon. So isn't that cool? Um, but yeah, and here's the dragon. Like, he's very cool. And I'm showing my non-book stuff here first, really quick. Um, here's his wings, and he comes with a pedestal, and it's going to be really cool. And I'm going to have fun painting this. This is going to be a blast. But yeah, there's a whole series of these things, and I'd like to get some more of them. But I thought that was pretty cool. And since I am I guess you could call me a budding artist. Becky got me this thing because I hate drawing circles, so it's a Helix circle maker. Isn't that cool? But pretty excited about that because I hate drawing circles, and Becky got me this to help me with that. The next thing is a dice, this really cool dice keeper. And if you'll see, like I said, I'm a gamer. I play Dungeons and Dragons. This thing holds all of my dice. Well, it actually doesn't hold all my dice. So I have about 50 or 60 sets of dice. And this will hold 10. So there's that. And then there's another side. And that holds more dice. And like I said, I have tons of them. And I'm really excited about this thing. And I'm going to keep it on my list because I could use like 5 more of these things. And thank you, Gareth. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Yeah, you can just go to bed. You can watch this some other time. But yeah, and thank you, thank you. It's been a great birthday. I mean, this has been really, really fun. Becky, say hi.
Hi.
Becky's on the other side of the room, so Becky's never far away, and we like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gareth. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's going to be great. Another thing that I got, I love cases and I love containers and stuff. And this is a pencil case that Becky got me. Like I said, I'm a budding artist, and so here's a pencil case. I've only got one pencil with me. The rest of them are at home. And it'll hold 72 pencils. I thought this is going to come in handy. Very cool. Yeah, that's going to come in handy. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a player too. I forgot. Yeah, that's cool, Brandy. And they are really great. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Party with me. I'm not much of a partier, but I do all right. I was very excited to see this as well. Again, artist thing. This is some watercolors that Becky got me. A dozen tubes. In India, this is actually considered to be the top brand, the Camel watercolors. And so I was really excited to get these. I've got one set, but I could use another set anytime. And I'm about to start doing a lot of watercolors. So yeah, these are really cool. And I was really happy. It does not come with a white, and I love watercolor sets that don't come with white because white to most watercolor artists is just it's wasted. Hey Matt, oh that's fine. I appreciate you showing up. Becky Steve said Becky's never far away sounds like the tagline for a really good horror movie.
It's the sequel to It Follows.
The sequel to It Follows, she says. Gareth, we play one D&D campaign at a time. And what it is, it's a family game. We all get together and play. Becky is our current dungeon master, and Becky is a storyteller, so it comes natural to her. And we have such a fun time playing it. Yeah, one of these days, I may DM. I don't know. I've tried it before. I don't love it, but if Becky ever wants to play, maybe that's the way it'll have to go. But yeah, I want to show you a couple of bookmarks. be a reader. Thought that was really cool. I picked this one out. I'm going to be a beekeeper this coming year. 2023 is the first year that I'm ever going to be a beekeeper. We're keeping bees here at the farm, and I thought this would be really cool. Or here at the homestead. It's not really a farm. Hey, Fred, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. I appreciate you stopping by. This will be live, or this will be able to be watched later if you want to watch it, and that's cool. And let's see. Thought it was a limited edition of Camel Ciggies. Nope, not me. I quit smoking about 17 years ago,
17
Becky.
ago?
17 years ago, and haven't looked back. So, and here's a bookmark I got or that we got for Becky tonight. Isn't that nice? That's just beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, we really do enjoy it. The father-in-law is also a very good DM. He's done it a lot for a lot of years, and he's very good too. But he wants to play, so Becky's going to take over. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome, Gareth. It's just a lot of fun, and we do it on Sundays. That's the best time for us, we figured. So, and now I want to show you something I got. Well, first I'll show you what's at the top here, and it's all my beekeeping shit. It's a beekeeping journal, and it gives you day to day. And this is something I've always wanted to do. I've had on my bucket list for a long time is to keep bees, and we'll have plenty for them to pollinate and things like that out here. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh wow. Steve, I don't know, I can't say that I've ever seen that happen, but yeah, that's funny. So my father-in-law bought me this. He knows I love paperbacks, and he knows I love vintage paperbacks. So he got me a complete set of the Ian Fleming James Bond novels, and this is awesome that he got me these. He's got this set. He's like, I'm gonna get another one for Scott. And that's what he did, and I got a complete set of these, all Signet, and let's see, I don't know if they're all Signet, but they're all right around the same, yeah, all right around the same time period. And I thought these were just awesome, and I can read these. They're in really good shape for as old as they are, and I'm so excited to have them. I've only got like two of these, two or three James Bond novels, and none in these in this edition. So I thought that was cool. Now let me put these away, and I'll grab some more stuff because I've got lots more to show. Now this is something that's gone out of print. It's the Cell Swords, R.A. Salvatore Drist. Well, this isn't the Drist series, but it is by the same author, and it is Forgotten Realms. But this is good. This has gone out of print, and it's really hard to find. And I was surprised to see that he got me this as well, my father-in-law. Yeah, I thought that was really cool to find that, and really cool to have it in my collection because I collect the omnibus editions of the R.A. Salvatore books. Yeah, no kidding. Oops. Yeah, Fred, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I know I'm not allergic to the bees. We're hoping Becky's not, because Becky's going to be helping me, but we will be getting the hoods and all that stuff, and hopefully not getting stung too much, but it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I get stung by wasps about every year because they're so thick around here, so it's not going to bother me too bad, I don't think. Next thing I want to show is one I was really excited about. is the Royal Collector's Edition, the complete illustrated novels of Sherlock Holmes. So this has his 4 full-length novels, and the illustrations in here are really cool. Let me see if I can find one of them to show off. And I showed some of these in our Voxer, but not all of them. And very cool. I like these a lot. Or I like this book a whole lot, and I like the feel of it's got a kind of almost a velvet feeling cover on it. And I just really like this. I'm glad to have it. Everybody still hear me okay? Oh, cool. Okay. Gareth, I would love to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that sometime, and I can show some of my omnibus books off and stuff. Maybe you'd like to see those. Those are really cool. Another thing I was extremely excited about, Becky got me this. It is the H.G. Wells collection. The H.G. Wells novels, the 6 H.G. Wells novels, and it comes in these really cool hardbacks. I'll take one of them out and show you. Here, let me take out The Invisible Man. It's one of the smaller ones. Easier to, but as you see, the size, just awesome, and the really neat little covers. And the print is small-ish, but it's not prohibitively small. You know, I'm not going to have trouble reading this. So yeah, really cool. I'm so excited to have this in my collection. I think I might have had this on my list. Did I, Becky?
What?
The H.G. Wells books.
You didn't have it on your list. You just told me you wanted it one day when we were in Books A Million.
Oh, okay. So I told her I wanted it one day when we were in Books A Million. She takes notes pretty much for Books A Million. And now, these are all things my father-in-law got me here. Father and mother-in-law got me. I didn't say my mother-in-law earlier, but she was in on this too. So yeah, they love spoiling me. Okay, Steve, I'll do that. I might even see if my father-in-law wants to get on with me. He loves Dungeons and Dragons books. So yeah, that'd be fun if we could do a video together. He got me JSA, The Golden Age. James Robinson and Paul Smith. I love the art in here because it's Golden Age style. This isn't really but JSA is one of my favorite teams of all time. I love the DC teams, Justice League of America, Justice Society of America, Legion of Superheroes. I love them all. Legion or the what's the supervillains one? I cannot remember. But I read most of this last night and I love it. This is a great story. Yeah, I like that a lot. So yeah, very cool. And I'm on a computer. Is the video okay on this? This is my first time doing the video on a Mac. Yeah, it is. It is, Steve. I've read this. I read this a long time ago, and I loved it. All-Star Squadron. Yeah, great stuff, Declan. But check out the art in this. I want to show off some of the art, and it's sort of a mixture of old style and newer art. Like the style is really cool. I like this a lot, and I love those word bubbles. Very cool. Big fan of JSA. Yeah, Steve. They really are. Okay, thank you, Brandy. The video's fine. Good. Yeah, they're really very collectible. The ones by Gary Gygax, you should see my father-in-law's collection. He's got crazy amount of them. Like the first edition Gary Gygax stuff and all that. It's really cool. But yep, check this out. Superman: The War Years, 1938 to 1945. Roy Thomas put this together, but it is the a lot of the original stories. And just check this out. Isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, it looks so good in here. And you'd be surprised to know where he found these. He found these at Ollie's, at a Remainders store. Ollie's. I mean, how are these Remainders? I just love this stuff. and I'm so excited to have this. But this is a lot of the early Warriors, Superman stories, World War II stories, and I cannot wait to get into this. This looks so cool. The next one I got is also comic book related, and it's the DC Comics Encyclopedia. This is the newest edition. Oh, and Declan, I've read some of the Fable stuff. I read a lot of the early Fable stuff, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Let's see. Gareth Weiss and Hickman are two of the best known. They do the Dragonlance stuff, the Dragonlance Chronicles, the Dragonlance Legends, and they're very good books. I like them a lot. Becky hates them, but I love them. She doesn't like a lot of the characters and stuff, but I like reading books that remind me of playing Dungeons and Dragons, especially when I don't get to play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, Steve, I have found some really cool comic book related things at Ollie's, especially hardcover superhero stuff. But yeah, this is like an encyclopedia. This is an encyclopedia. You can look up just about any DC character. It's going to tell you the first appearance, the most important appearances. There's Killer Croc, which I'm a huge fan of the DC villains. I think DC villains actually, I think DC has the best villains. They excel at writing villains and putting them into, great stories. I think that is where I think there's a bigger gap between DC and Marvel and the villains than there are between the Marvel heroes and the DC heroes. Even though I'm a DC guy, 65% of what I read is DC versus Marvel. But yeah, when I brought up reading Holly, yeah, that's cool. Link wouldn't just scream at people; he'd bite people, and that's something we just never been able to get him out of. We've constantly tried. We've tried to socialize him, and he's just not having it. The thing is, if he's around somebody for 15 minutes, he's fine. You give him 15 minutes, and he's your best friend. If you don't have 15 minutes, Link will hate you. Oh, that's cool, Declan. Yeah, lots of DC and Vertigo trades. I really did like a lot of the Vertigo stuff. I think it's underrated. A lot of that stuff, I believe Hellblazer was Vertigo for a while, right? And I really enjoy Hellblazer. But yeah, I want to show you some of the. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing Becky got me for my birthday. She got me. Check this out. A whole box of Blackwing pencils, the top pencils in the world. I'm starting writing now. I'm writing a little bit, and I want some of these. Like, these things are so cool, and they're great for drawing as well. She got me that, and she got me an eraser, which is in my pencil, a Blackwing eraser, which is in my pencil case, which I'm not going to try to wrestle that out of there, but. Yeah, the lousy old Brattle. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody who can't get to the Brattle is jealous, Stephen. We are two of those people. It's actually one of our dreams to get to the Brattle one day. But this is a book this wasn't for my birthday, but I ordered this and it came on my birthday, so I'm showing it. It actually came in the mail on my birthday. So this is Fantasy and Horror, edited by Neil Barron, and it is a critical and historical guide to literature, illustration, film, TV, radio, and the internet. So Becky and I love fantasy and horror, and this shows, look at this reference guide. It's got a reference guide. It tells you what each one's about. This thing is going to be cool. I got this idea from Sean D. Standfast, and got me a copy. Sean Sean and Steve make me jealous, and so I go and I spend too much money getting the stuff that they show. So this is one of those things. But I got a good deal on this. I think I only paid like $6 for it. It's a um, library, you know, ex-library edition, but that sticker will easily come off. I mean, this is a naked hardcover, so yeah, shouldn't have any trouble getting that. Nook box, nothing to show there. Yeah, thank you, Gareth. Yeah, I do love those the reference books, comic reference books, movie and uh, I want to get more science fiction reference books, but they're just expensive most of the time. Yeah, I know, Declan. Well, actually, I do have some really cool coffee mugs that I can put some whiskey in. The problem is I'm diabetic, and I'll have a really short writing career if I start drinking a lot of it. Yeah, that's exactly it. I know you and Sean are super hotties, and and it is hard to live up to that. Um, I mean, I'm 47 now. I'm 19 years older than you, Steve. So, but I got Roadside Picnic, Arcadia and Boris Strugatsky. This came in today as well, so it came in on my birthday. Um, so I'm showing it, and this I bought from. I found out the best place to get these things, the SF Masterworks, is from Book Depository. I got this thing for like 750, $7, 750, brand new. And you just can't get it for that on Amazon unless there's a crazy sale going on. Because this is normally about 13 or $14. Uh, Steve wants to know why you laughed just then.
Because in my mind you're a sex symbol. I don't care what anybody
She
says.
says in her mind I'm a sex symbol. So yeah, there you
And Steve's older than dirt.
go. Hey Nathan, nice to see you, buddy. Now Brandy will be happy to see this because Brandy sent me the first two books of this series, and this book is in really nice condition. It came with a little bit of a bend right there, but these things are not easy to find. And yeah, yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading that, um, Gareth. I'm really looking forward to reading it. It's on my January or February. Well, in January, I'm reading Count of Monte Cristo, which is going to take most of most of February. But yeah, this is the first book of that series, Brandy, that or most of January. This is the first book of that series that Declan, you're funny. He says, "Look out for the taint." Um, but yeah, this is the first book of that series that I looked for and found a really nice copy of it on Abe Books. It took a little while to get here. Took a couple of weeks, but I'm just really happy to have this whole series now. Again, it's another Dungeons and Dragons book, and I might read this series and then do my assessment of the Dungeons and Dragons and a book on the dungeon or a video on the Dungeons and Dragons books. So yeah, that will be cool. Was also happy to get this, the Tripods Trilogy by John Christopher. I got a great deal on these considering the the condition. I mean, look at the edges. These haven't even been read. I got a great deal on them. I actually got them for a bid or a an offer. I made an offer and actually won it, so I was really excited to have it. And yeah, I told Sean I was getting this. Hey, Sean, nice to see you. I told Sean I was ordering this, and I said, do you think you know the $15 they're asking is a good deal? He's like, yeah, that sounds fine. But I ended up getting them for 13.50. I sent a bid for 12. I sent an offer for 12. They came back to 13.50. I was like, all right, if they look as nice as they do in the picture, then I'll be glad to have them. So I haven't read any John Christopher, so I may start with these, but I'd really like to read. What was it? What is it? Death of Grass, I think is the name of it. So yeah, Declan, there's not a Silmarillion at the bottom of the pile, but I actually, yeah, for sure, Gareth. Thank you. I appreciate everybody showing up. There's actually 10 people here. I was not expecting that at almost 10 o'clock at night. It is 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, there's not a Silmarillion at the bottom.
It's because you're a
Uh,
sex symbol.
yeah, Becky said it's because I'm a sex symbol. Um, there's not a Silmarillion at the bottom, but I did find a really nice hardcover Silmarillion at a thrift store. What, 6 months ago, Becky? 6 or 7 months
How about
ago?
that? Yeah.
And really nice condition. It's that really nice hardcover that's got the
It's a pretty cream colored one with the map on the front.
yeah, it's got a really nice map on the front and everything. And I found it for $1.50 at a thrift store, and I thought that was great. It had a little tear in the cover, but it was still pretty good condition. Um, A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. This is a book I've been wanting to read for a long time. Yeah, that's why I'm here, Nathan. I'm flaunting it. Actually, I'm actually all I'm doing is flaunting how spoiled I am. How much my family likes me, I guess. I don't know, but they got me most of this stuff. But yeah, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I don't like the cover, but uh, and but again, I got a good deal on Book Depository. I think it was $8, and I think this is $11.99 on Amazon. And I would rather just go ahead and uh, buy this for $4 less. I mean, it'll look very good on a shelf. So that's fine. I don't mind having the film cover, or the television cover or anything like that. And Brandy, that's something else you'll be happy to see. I got Mission of Gravity by Hal Clement. Um, yeah, Sean, I actually sent you a Voxer message, but I think you were already asleep. You were asleep, and I said, I'm going to go live. But I didn't even make up my mind to go live until 45 minutes before I went live. So I didn't even tell anybody. So how there's been 11 people in here, I don't know, but I'm really happy for it. Thank you everybody for coming. This is the SF Masterworks of Mission of Gravity, and I'm reading that in December. So right now I started on A Fall of Moondust. I only read a couple chapters last night and really like it. Um, it's mid era. Arthur C. Clarke, and everybody knows Arthur C. Clarke's my favorite, but Hal Clement might end up being one of my favorites if I like this and his next book as much as I enjoyed his some of his short stories I read in November. I enjoyed all of those. So, but I really think I'm going to like this too. Um, I see I'm a champion of Becky Chambers. Cool. Yeah. I've heard that, and so I really do expect to like her. The book, it's not going to wear out its welcome. I mean, it's what, a little over 400, yeah, 400 pages, and they're not big pages. So I'm looking forward to this. I've had this on my TBR for a couple of years now, probably 3 years. So yeah, looking forward to reading that. See if I have anything else in there. I don't have anything else in there. Let me see. Was that it? But for those of you who missed it, I'll show you the second or third thing that I showed. And that is I got a new Nook. So I don't think everybody was in here yet, but I got a brand new Barnes and Noble Nook e-reader, and I'm excited to have it. And a good friend has already sent me a bunch of books for it. So I'm going to load those tonight. It's charging for the first time. And they're USB-C, which I'm glad to see. USB-C is awesome. And I'm glad to see that Apple stuff is going to USB-C because Apple used their proprietary crap chargers for a long time, and now they've been made to use what everybody else is using. So all that proprietary garbage can go out the window, and they can start using things that everybody else uses. So yeah, very happy to have this. It's just charging. I haven't even been on it yet. I'm gonna be working with this for a couple hours. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about anything. I mean, um, I can stay on for just a little bit longer if you want to hear me talk about anything else. Yeah, yeah, no kidding. And Nathan, you are from about 5 hours from where I grew up. And Brandy, I think, is about 8 hours from where I grew up. So it's not. Hi, Gary. Yeah, they actually do. They're still making them. They have a brand new one. I don't know if they stopped making them for a little while or what, but yeah, I love it. I mean, I love the size of it. I love the way the screen looks. Um, I actually prefer Barnes and Noble over Amazon in that they do a little less. They do a little less of the proprietary garbage. Um, they don't have to be Mobi files. EPUB files, I can get EPUB files out the wazoo all day long. Um, yeah. Yeah, Declan. So you remember that, huh? Till the neighbors start shooting. We right now where we are, there are no neighbors. There are no neighbors here whatsoever. We are right now at my in-laws' house, and the closest people are 250 yards away, and they're not even really neighbors. Man, it's nice. It's really nice out here. We love it. This is going to be our inheritance one day. So yep, we're gonna take over the business and everything, and we take care of it while they're gone. So yep, we got a good family. Yeah, thank you, Gareth. I've had a great time on my birthday. I actually opened most of this stuff on Saturday or Sunday, 2 days before my birthday because everybody had to be gone. So we just did it then. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually from the Midwest too, so yep. I Sean, I've been trying to figure that out. How can you get adopted into the family? Yeah, Becky and I have been trying to figure that out. We haven't adopted anybody before. Yeah, uh, Nathan and Brandy have been trying to get Sean to sing for a long time, and I don't know if they're ever going to make it happen. Cake is never optional, Nathan. Cake is never optional. Cake is cake. Cake has got to be there. But all right, I guess that's gonna do it, everybody. I appreciate you showing up. If there's anything else you want to know, I'll stay on a couple more minutes. And um, hi, hi, Marilyn. How are you? How are you doing there in Hawaii? It's been. I'm sure it's beautiful there right now this time of year. It is raining here. We're enjoying it. Hey, Steve. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. And thank you. Yeah, it's been a great birthday. In case anybody's wondering, I'm 47. I was born in 1975. Yep. But yeah, this has been a great birthday. I just wanted to share everything I got with and anybody. Wow. Hi. Thank you very much. This has been a really good birthday, and thank you all for coming in. Um, yeah, I want to show one more thing for the people who may not have seen it. One of the things a couple of things I'm proudest of are my Ian Fleming entire James Bond collection. I was so excited to get that. And this right here, my H.G. Wells collection. Yeah. Isn't that nice? I mean, these are all little hardcovers, and I want to have a blast singing all these right here. Or singing them. Shit. I want to have a blast reading all these. Yeah. These are going to be great, and they're all going to be read in 2023, unless I get one or two of them read in 2022. None of them are very long, and they're just beautiful. Yeah, this is a rainy season, but it's always beautiful in Hawaii. Yep, yep. I've never been to Hawaii. I haven't been that far in any direction. I've been to Canada. I've been to the pretty far down into the Caribbean. But I'd rather go a little farther north. I'd like to go to Western Europe. There are a lot of places I'd like to see in Western Europe. Uh, yeah, yeah. I My childhood was a little strange. But yeah, uh, it was a nice time to grow up. I just had a strange childhood. I was born and raised a Pentecostal, but I am reformed now. Uh, but yeah, I mean, nothing against my family or anything. That's just the way I was raised. But yeah, I don't feel like a baby most days. But oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I love H.G. Wells too. I just read The Time Machine again this month, and man, I had a blast with it. I remembered a lot of parts of it um, from when I was a kid, especially the part with the miniature time machine. He showed how a miniature time machine worked. Man, that just blew my mind when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I love that, and while I was reading it, I was surprised the time machine that I read that when I was like 9 or 10 years old. Because I read it again, I was like, did I really get anything out of this when I was 9 or 10 years old? And I did. Like I remembered a lot of parts of it. So I was excited, that hey, I wasn't a complete moron like I thought I was when I was 9 or 10 years old. So yeah, it was a great book. H.G. Wells is, his stuff's pretty timeless to me. I mean, I can read it at any time and really enjoy it. More of the Worlds. Um, uh, oh, cool, cool, Randy. That's awesome. I didn't know that. But yeah, I read it. I remember getting it out of the school library um, and reading it in the school library. And yeah, I was 9 or 10. I can't remember which, probably 10, because I think I had started that school right before I turned 10. So, oh wow. That's cool, Nathan. Nathan, is that one of the books that got you reading science fiction? It is for me. Like I kept reading some science fiction. I read thrillers. I started reading Stephen King when I was 12. I read Pet Cemetery when I was 12. Um, and I still remember that. And I'm basically okay after reading Pet Cemetery at 12. But yeah, yeah, for sure, both. I mean, um, but like Sean says though, Sean and I were talking about H.G. Wells not too, or about Jules Verne not too long ago, and we're still working on the Victorian translations. Why isn't anybody retranslating Jules Verne these days? Doesn't make sense. I mean, you don't have to retranslate. You don't have to translate H.G. Wells, of course, but Jules Verne, I think, could use some updated translations. But yeah, and science fiction and fantasy in the house. I read all his books. My mom read like crazy. My mom read mostly like gothic romances and Regency romances and stuff like that, and I remember that very, very well. And that's one of the things that got me reading, and I still like, some of the gothic and Regency romances and stuff. She's she doesn't read as much anymore, but she did when I was growing up. Uh, Fifth grade in '75, I was a horror film book and magazine junkie. That's cool. Steve? Did you read the Fangoria and Starlog and all that kind of stuff? I know Starlog was more of a science fiction. Oh yeah, yeah. I love Harlan Ellison a lot, and Harlan Ellison is another one that needs to be reprinted. A lot of his stuff isn't being reprinted, and I think that's a shame. But I mean, you go and you try to find a book or a version of a copy, like a paper copy of "I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream," and you're talking into the hundreds. Maybe I've seen some of them like $1,200. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, that makes somebody want to go get it from a different kind of site, and Yeah, I just can't do that. Oh yeah, Marilyn Frankenstein is so good. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, yeah, Brandy, I'm basically okay after Pet Cemetery at 12 years old. I actually got detention at school for bringing it to school. So, yeah. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, and welcome. I love your channel. Fit to be read. Love it. Excellent. Yeah, and now everybody's saying hi. Cool. You read a bunch of classics in general. Cool. Time Machine was the only sci-fi or science fiction I read at the time. I'm actually a fairly new science fiction reader. Cool. That's awesome, Nathan. I knew that. I don't know why I asked. Yeah, Frankenstein is so good. They just don't. Yeah, I'm seeing that, Nathan. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I think that is really great. Nathan, what did you think of Frankenstein? I think it's genius. I mean, she wrote it at like what, 19, 18 or 19 years old? Crazy. Starlog and Starburst. I did not read Starburst, but I did read Starlog. Was Starburst more of a UK magazine, Gareth? Cool. Yep, another Frankenstein fan. It's great. Uh, oh, Famous Monsters of Filmland. Don't they still don't they still bring that out or something similar to it? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I wonder how much of that was actually meant to be philosophical by an 18 or 19-year-old or 20-year-old. You know, however old she was, but it's there. You know, it's almost like George Romero and Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead and stuff. He swears up and down there was no allegory involved, and I say bull crap. You know, of course there was. I don't think there's any way he did that. He did that ignorantly. You know, that he didn't know. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that, buddy. I think you can appreciate different things in Frankenstein at different ages. Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Yeah. Pet Cemetery is more terrifying as an adult. You're probably right. Yeah, I lost my father, and I'm the one that found him. You know, found him after he had died, and but yeah, I haven't read it since. I haven't read it since that happened. So maybe I should. Have you ever seen the Harlow's? No, I have not. I have to look that up because I'm a huge Harlan Ellison fan, and I love Harlan Ellison's stuff where he did his well, where they will show his book signings and stuff. He was so good to his readers, not so good to the press. You know, not great to the press and all that stuff. But I kind of understand it. You know, he wants readers to be appreciated now. You know, not after they die. But Harlan Ellison was an amazing writer. Um, a new publisher is starting a new FM. I've heard. Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah, let me know when you hear something about that, Steve. You know, Steve and I like to stay in touch about books and stuff. So yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see it. Maybe it's a rip off of Starlight. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about Starburst magazine. I have never seen it, but I would love to see some copies of that. Maybe I can find some on eBay or something. Oh, uh, I just started Day of the Trip, or I just read Day of the Triffids in October. Man, I was blown away. I just love Day of the Triffids, and I can't wait to read some more Wyndham. That was my first Wyndham, believe it or not, and I loved it. And I don't know if you can hear that, but it is pouring rain here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that documentary now. Uh, yeah, no kidding. What a book. I mean, top 10 science fiction book for me so far, for sure. Oh, Brandy, I didn't know that. I didn't know you loved Day of the Triffids that much. That's really cool. Yeah, I love it. I thought it was excellent, and I'm wanting to see the BBC movie. I think it's BBC. Am I right? BBC or Channel 4 movie. I would really like to see that. I've never watched it. I never thought I would read Frankenstein, but it was a 5-star read for me. So much to get out of it at my age. Mary Shelley was a genius. Good God, was she ever? I just got an Delphi complete Mary Shelley, and I cannot wait to delve into The Last Man. Sean D. Stanfast and I have talked about that, and it's something I haven't read, and I love a good dystopian book, and so that's something that I want to read. Yeah, yeah, it's great, and I need to read it again. I've read it twice, but I haven't read it in a few years, and it would behoove me to read it again, and I really do want to. Let's see. After the passing of my own father, and yeah, it definitely plays on your grief. I can only imagine what it would be like reading it if you both experience grief and have kids. Yeah, I don't have kids. I have, well, if you call Link a kid, I mean,
Totally kid.
yeah, you almost could. I mean, we've had the little guy for 12 years, and so
He's over here
he is our kid, and it's just gonna kill us when he's not around anymore. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Um, Mike, right? Is your name? Um, yeah, Wyndham is God. I mean, he's so good, and I really want to read the Chrysalids next. I think. Um, yeah, I'm really wanting to get into more Wyndham. And if you ever want to buddy read some Wyndham, let me know. I would love to buddy read some Wyndham with some booktubers. That'd be fun, or non-booktubers. Okay, cool, cool, Brandy. I had no idea. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I'm glad I read it when I did, but I will read it again one day when I feel like I'm ready to do that. But I just don't know. I just don't know when that's going to be. Okay, yeah, Sean, that's what I was thinking was BBC. And I know I've heard people make fun of the special effects and stuff like that. I don't care about any of that stuff. I mean, if it's a well told story, it's a well told story. Special effects be damned. I mean, I love a good 1950s black and white science fiction movie. So yeah. Yeah, me too, Marilyn. That's sad. I don't know what we're gonna do when our little guy goes. Hold on. For some reason, my email just came up. Yeah, I could buddy read the Okay, yeah. Let's see. What am I don't think I have any buddy reads coming in February, Gareth. You want to read that with me? That would be really awesome. Yep, Link is the baby. Link is our baby. Yeah, I don't know what we'll do when he's not around anymore. I mean, it's gonna be tough. Hopefully, he's got a few more years. You know, he's deaf now. He doesn't hear anything. So, okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, let's all get together and read The Last Man. Let's get 4 or 5 of us together, or more. You know, sounds great. Nathan, would you be up to reading The Last Man with us as well? Okay, cool. Yeah, Chrysalid is something I do want to read a lot. I have the Well World books on my tablet. I have not read them yet, but I've heard really, really good things. Uh, and it's interesting. I'll tell a little story. I used to read InQuest magazine because I played Magic the Gathering, the card game, and I got really good at the game and bought all the magazines, you know, played in tournaments and stuff like that. But the magazine InQuest that I bought one time had a 100 speculative fiction books you must read before you die. My friend Tim and I got together and we collected every book on that list, and it said 100 speculative fiction books. It's more like 600 speculative fiction books because a ton of them are long series. So him and I got together, and I think we ended up collecting the whole thing. I'm not sure, but the Well World books were on that list, and we had all those. But of course, I haven't read all 500 or 600 books, whatever it is. Um, but that was on there, and that was something that I know I need to read soon. Okay, yep. Nathan, anytime you want a buddy read, let me know. I'll always do a buddy read with you. You know, if I can't do it right away, we'll figure something out later on. Oh, cool. Okay. Um, I have it in the Complete Delphi Mary Shelley. So everything that Mary Shelley wrote I got it on my tablet. It's her poetry, it's all her stories, all her novels. everything, and it's like I think $1.99 or $2.99 for the whole series. And I just got it the other night with a gift card actually that I got for my birthday Sunday, and I just bought the complete Mary Shelley. And yeah, The Last Man is something I've been wanting to read. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we all know it has to happen eventually. Um, hopefully, actually, I don't know which would be easier, seeing it coming or no, or happening, quickly. I don't know which would be preferable because the time before, yeah, I'll just quit talking about that. But oh, okay, 3-year-old Maltese is totally deaf, huh? Interesting. Yeah, Link's 12, and he lost his hearing just a little while ago, just a few months ago. Um, he's actually taken it in stride. I think it's been harder for us than it has been for him, because we used to play with him with his hearing and all that, get him to howl and stuff like that. It's just stuff he won't do anymore. But God, I mean, he's still a perfect little dog. So you know, we can't, you know, we can't fault him for that. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Marilyn. Even more um, in our little circle here because Link has uh, enriched our lives like nothing else has, and nothing else could. I don't have I ever seen the 1960s version of the Time Machine? Uh, Actually, surely I have when I was younger. I just don't remember much, if anything, about it. Um, yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to remedy. I really need to rewatch that or watch it because, like I said, I don't know if I've ever seen it. Who was the main star? Um, Becky, have you seen it?
Of what?
The 1960s version of the Time Machine?
The 60s version?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Becky doesn't think she's seen it either, so we're gonna have to get that down and watch it because that sounds really good. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Link's crazy. He's a great little guy. He won't get up here with me tonight because he's asleep under Becky's desk.
He's crop dusting me.
Yeah. Oh, and he's crop dusting her. And if you watch, there was one of our videos a while back where he crop dusted us, and good God, that little man could
Clear
knock.
room.
Yeah, he could knock a buzzard off a meat wagon. Oh man. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something I got to see. I have not. Oh, yeah, yeah, Rod Taylor. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen it. So that's something I got to jump on. I got to see that. Um, yeah, yeah. Marilyn. I've read very little Shelley, just a little bit of the poetry and stuff like that, but I've never read another story by Shelley, and I'm gonna have to do that. The Last Man would be great. Um, yeah, that'd be excellent. Does anybody else have anything? Okay. Alan Young. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've not seen that, Steve. I don't know. I don't think I have. If I have it, I don't remember it. It could end up being like the Time Machine, where I'll remember it after I start watching it. But yeah, yeah. Well, buzzard off a dead whale and buzzard off a meat wagon. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd like to think that I sound like. Let me think. I don't know. I'm trying to think of Anthony Trollope. I would like to sound like Anthony Trollope. Not exactly poetic, but reads like Melville. That's funny. Well, I guess I'm going to call it, everybody. We've been on right about an hour, and this has been awesome. I did not expect to have this many people here. I mean, there were like 13 people here earlier. There are still 12 here. Um, oh yeah, buzzard off a dead cat. Yeah, that's actually what Link did that night. Um, man, he crop dusted that room like you would not believe. You could smell it the next morning. So yeah, it was rough. But yeah, I think I want to call it. But hey, I want to say thank you, everyone, for showing up. This has been awesome, and y'all showed up for my birthday, and uh, I appreciate that. So yeah, probably so, Nathan. I think this one will probably end up with quite a few views. Thank you, Gareth. I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry I couldn't do this earlier, um, but I really wanted to. But we had something to do. I had to go get my damn Nook. I mean, everything else could wait. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that a lot. I'll have to do this some more. Becky and I'll have to do some more lives and stuff. This was just me tonight. Becky is working on Christmas ornaments. Marilyn says hi, Becky.
Hi, Marilyn.
Um, yeah, Nathan, thank you for showing up, bud. This was a blast. I mean, I didn't expect to have this much fun. I expected to get on here for about 25 or 30 minutes and just show off my stuff and nobody show up because I didn't plan this. This was just a lot of fun. But no, that's fine, Sean. Feel free to feel free to watch it when it comes back up. But yeah. I appreciate it, everybody, and I will see you next time. Maybe we'll have another live, in a week or two or something. And because I do have some more books to show off, and if everybody wants me to do that live, I can do that, and at a better time. Maybe I could do this at like 6:30 on a Saturday, 6:30 on a Saturday or something. So, uh, not to keep everybody up so late. But all right, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. And stay in touch, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.